got to visit with Chester in his percussion studio to check out some of those instruments, particularly the cimbalom. Let's take a look.
So the cimbalom is actually based on the ancient instrument which is called the santur. And the santur is an instrument that started in the Babylonian Assyrian Empire, which is 1600 BC. And the santur has, gone through many different variations depending on what part of the world you experience it. And, starting in kind of ancient Persia, and then it slowly moved across via the Silk Road. And in India, it's a little bit bigger and deeper, and it's more rectangular versus this, which is the trapezoid. And then in China, they have the yangqin, and the yangqin looks very similar to a cimbalom in the sense that it's on legs and it's very deep, and the number of notes is not the same, but in essence, the shape of it and it's very comparable. But then the Indian santur was the one that the gypsies took and moved into Eastern Europe, and that is what became the cimbalom. It was originally held with a strap, and it was pushed against the waist. They would stand up and they would lean it against them and they'd play it like that. And that was first written about in the 1500s by King Louis II in Hungary. Would write about it being a gypsy instrument, and he, that's the first documented notation about the cimbalom. The craftsman Joseph Schunda in the 1800s was the person who really transformed the cimbalom into a concert instrument that was accepted by composers, and it really started to become kind of a muse for them. And so what he did was he was the one who put it on the legs, and he developed the first dampener system, which really changed how you could experience the instrument. Because before it would just ring like this. You just hear it ring, but then Schunda added the dampeners. So that made it possible for you to really control the length of the note and really, I think, improve the instrument greatly. And I'm sure that the musicians of the time would agree. Since Schunda got started, he made in his workshop from 1848 on, if I'm correct, 30,000 instruments. And the most important thing is that he influenced other makers and taught other people, most importantly Lajos Bohak, because Lajos Bohak was the one who built the instrument in a reinforced fashion. He opened it from the bottom and from the side, so it became more resonant and just a bigger sound. And he put a steel structure within the soundboard so that there was less cracking, and it was a more stable instrument overall. So Lajos Bohak was working in the factory in Budapest 100 years ago that really was the main producer of the 20th century. And he, in turn, influenced other makers, and one of whom was named Istvan. And Istvan is the person who made this instrument in the same factory that Bohak worked in. And he was active really until 2005, and then his apprentice, Balázs Kovács, is the one who's now working in the same factory today in the same style. This is the Bohak style cimbalom. Schunda cimbalom had openings in the top. Bohak cimbalom has openings on the side, and that's where the sound comes from, is the side.